A Russian warplane armed to the teeth came way too close for comfort to an American reconnaissance plane over the Baltic Sea yesterday. It is the latest escalation in what could be a deadly game of cat and mouse in the skies over and near Syria. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin is monitoring the situation from the Pentagon tonight. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening, Brett. A Russian fighter jet armed with air-to-air missiles flew within 5 feet of a U.S. spy plane in the Baltic Sea Monday. The Russian fighter jet's wings were dirty, meaning it was armed with missiles under its wings. Pentagon spokesman Captain Jeff Davis said the Russian pilot had poor control and was coming in at a high rate of speed. This happened just one day after a U.S. Navy F-18 Super Hornet shot down a Syrian jet near the ISIS stronghold of Raqqa, which led to the Russians issuing a stark warning to U.S. warplanes flying west of the Euphrates River in Syria. During a recent NATO military exercise in the Baltics, Russian warplanes photobombed these American bombers. Monday's incident in the Baltics comes just a month after a Russian fighter jet buzzed a U.S. Navy surveillance aircraft over the Black Sea. And in February, Russian jets buzzed a U.S. Navy guided missile destroyer in the Black Sea while the U.S. Army was unloading dozens of tanks and 500 American soldiers arrived in a port in nearby Romania. 2 months later, that same destroyer, USS Porter, fired Tomahawk cruise missiles into Syria, hitting an airbase belonging to the Russian-backed Assad regime.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with President Poroshenko of Ukraine.
White House President Trump met President Poroshenko of Ukraine and raised eyebrows when he called his country the Ukraine, a reference to pre-1991 when Ukraine was Soviet territory ruled by Moscow, a slip of the tongue that is fraught with meaning given Russia's invasion of Crimea and eastern Ukraine. On Capitol Hill, Senator John McCain today had harsh words for President Trump's pick for Deputy Secretary of Defense, former Boeing executive Patrick Shanahan, at today's confirmation hearing.
The answers that you gave to the questions, whether intentionally or unintentionally, were almost condescending. Defensive weapons for Ukraine? Well, something we ought to discuss.
McCain is a staunch defender of Ukraine and has been frustrated with the last 2 administrations for not helping it stand up to Russia. He asked the nominee for the Pentagon's number 2 job to resubmit his answers to Congress. Brett?
Jennifer Griffin live at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you.